All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, after suffering a pair of heartbreaking losses over the past couple of weeks, the New York football Giants stepped up today in a big way to get their first win of the 2021 National Football League season. Undermanned, the Giants went on the road to pull off the 27-21 upset of the New Orleans Saints. Now, the Giants were without wide receivers Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard, both who injured hamstrings last week, as well as linebacker Blake Martinez, who was lost last week to a torn ACL. And also, whereas the Giants have had problems recently in regards to finishing ball games, we saw it in week 2 versus Washington, and again last week at home versus Atlanta. They came up today in a big way. We saw them erase a 11-point fourth quarter deficit on the road, and then in the overtime, the Giants never gave New Orleans the opportunity to possess the football. They got the coin toss, they went down the field, and they scored, of course, on the Saquon Barkley touchdown run, and that was it. And, this game right here was a team win because you look at this defense, they kept the Giants in the game in order to allow them to come back. And then quarterback Daniel Jones, he's continued to be solid so far this season. Today, he was 28 of 40 passing for 402 yards or 2 TDs and a pick. But you know what? He was resilient. He had ice water in his veins. And that's what you need to do in order to succeed at the quarterback position in the NFL. You look at it, everything was against the Giants today. You're going up against a team that just beat the brakes off of New England last week. This is New Orleans' first home game of the year, and we know how their defense can get after teams. We know what their offense can do when they're clicking on all cylinders. And the Giants went in there as heavy underdogs and took care of business. You look at Daniel Jones. This was a situation we saw this guy step up. He got this team into position to have a chance to tie the game late and force overtime. And then in overtime, he navigated that drive and went down there and kept that crowd quiet at the Superdome in order to get the win. Aside from Daniel Jones, of course, we saw the big run from Saquon Barkley early on, or the pass receptions rather, in the fourth quarter. Kenny Golladay, a guy who, some people wanted to question after his, a reported blow up with Daniel Jones, and it turned out to be the offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett. He stepped up as well. 6 catches for $116. The rookie, Kadarius Toney out of Florida, 6 receptions as well for 78 yards. And, I can't harp on this enough as far as the Giants going into a hostile environment and taking care of their business. And more importantly, they didn't fold, because that's what they've done the past couple of weeks. And they were the antithesis of that, if you will, today as they went out there and executed. This is a credit to Giants head coach Joe Judge, because he had his team ready to play today. And I give him credit from the standpoint that after consecutive heartbreak losses and being so close, it's very easy for a team to go in the other direction and go down. This team stuck together. That shows character. Now the Giants have to find a way to be able to build off of this. And, building off of it won't be easy, because if you look at the Giants' upcoming schedule, it's not going to be easy. And a lot of people thought, well, the first couple of games would be the easy games, and they lost all 3. But next week, they're at Dallas. And of course, Dallas right now, they're cruising. They beat the Carolina Panthers at home today, and they are in first place in the NFC East. After that, the Giants will host the Los Angeles Rams, who came into play today undefeated. And right now, the Rams look like they are well on their way to suffering their first loss of 2021. The upstart Carolina Panthers, the Giants will host them in week 7 before traveling to take on Kansas City in week 8. And then week 9, the Giants will host the Raiders. So it's not going to be an easy slate of games coming up, but I think this is a way right here for the Giants to get some momentum for themselves and try to find a way to build off of something. Again, character win. This is exactly what it was. Against all odds, with their back against the wall, the Giants found a way to take care of business. And you know what? That's what you got to do. They lost a couple that they were supposed to win, but today they won one that a lot of people expected them to lose. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.